And so we are in my office, and just like I said, I'm a super hip hop head. We got the Castle on ice, the Enter the Wu Tang 36 Chambers, some Czarface that I have not opened, some Doomsday that I play quite often, some J Live that I have not cracked open, and some Pusha T. As you see, these were some of the first records that I purchased during my journey. As you see, Above the Rim and Juice and Belly and Paid in Full also on the wall. But yeah, just I think for me, as I get into my records, you're gonna see a lot of just hip hop, a lot of 90s hip hop, early 2000s hip hop, a lot of super lyrical stuff. But I also have a wide variety of some rock and roll and also some jazz, some blues as well. So we're gonna get into that as well. What's up, everybody? This is Chauncey, and we tonight are talking a fairly new hobby of mine, vinyl collecting, record digging in the crates, whatever you want to call it. I just want to get into it and kind of talk about how I began collecting and how I collect, and things I've learned and things I'm still learning. So this is not a video about the five things that you should or should not do. This is just like how I kind of got into it, my journey, and where I'm going. And I think at the end of the year, I'm going to just do a recap of like my collection and see where I'm at. So I'm not even going to really go into the collection tonight, but I am going to show a few records and then just talk about how I began it, which might be a lot like a lot of people, right? And so I need to have my code one on camera before I start. Please, if you like the video or like my hip hop videos or my beer reviews or just any music in general, please like, comment, talk to me, I talk back, and subscribe to the channel. Anyways, so record digging. This is sorry, apologies. I'm kind of rude. I'm drinking something from Great Ocean. Shout out to Portland. Overripe and less than a month old, so super fresh still. So let's get into it. So my journey. A few years ago, my mom's had got me a Crossley record player. And yes, I had a Crossley record player. Maybe a lot of people start out like that. I had a Crossley, and then a few records were given to me from for the holidays. Whether it was like Rakim and Eric B, Paid in Full, Michael Jackson, Thriller, and another one that was big was this. My brother had got me this a couple years ago because I'm a super fan of this group. So he got me Radiohead. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's focus in on Radiohead. Yeah. So my brother got me a Radiohead album, and so I kind of started there. Haven't even opened this Radiohead album yet, but the Michael Jackson I have, and then I picked up Wu Tang, which is on the back wall that I'll be showing during this video. You can see the Wu Tang video, and Nas Illmatic and Try Midnight Marauders. That was how I started, right? That was my journey. But I've always been a super music head, hip hop, rock, jazz, blues, the whole nine. And so I had the Crossley for a couple years. I was playing it, but it just wasn't like the if you know about Crossleys, the sound wasn't there. It just was not. I think I had to go through that journey to get to where I am now, right? So I had the Crossley, and then I just got into. I'm a big fan of like samples. I'm a big fan of like this man right here, Ahmad Jamal. Rest in peace, Ahmad Jamal. He just passed not too long ago. I'm a big fan of Lonnie Liston Smith. If you don't know, you should. And so big fan of like samples and production. And so, I started like just going to like Amoeba or Rasputin's and buying like jazz and blues, but I didn't have a decent um, vinyl player to play them on. Hence this video that I'm gonna show you and cut right back to me talking. And this is my Fluence 85. And you know what? Ever since I've picked this up, I've just been in love with it. You see Little Brother, the listening album, classic album. But yeah, Fluence 85, dope speakers, Y6 Canto speakers. And ever since I picked up this turntable a couple months ago, it's just amazing. It's just the sound, just the build, the quality, just everything, just the look, everything. I'm in love with it, right? And so, get yourself a quality turntable. Again, I'm not saying you have to spend what I spent on this, but most definitely you get what you put in. And I'm super satisfied with this. So yeah, earlier this year I picked up a Fluence 85. I was watching a lot of videos, read a lot of online about, I wanted to upgrade. I had graduated last May, and so I wanted to gift myself a dope record player that fits like my office, right? Like I have, like, the frames in the back, the records on the wall, white, white TV stand, white bookcases. So I kind of wanted to fit. That's why you see the all white Fluence 85. So I picked up the Fluence 85. It is amazing, as I said in the earlier clip. But yeah, like I picked up that, and it was it's been like an amazing journey. And I picked up the Fluence, and then I started really getting into it. Record store day, and this is on this year, like record store day, Get On Down, Amazon, Fat Beats, OK Player, my local shops. There's been a lot of there's some mom and pop stores out in the Bay Area that I've been to. There's a lot of fairs that records have been in. I actually got a Philadelphia Half-Life and a Drew. Oh God, sorry about that. And a Drew the Damager album, Sunrises in the East, just a couple weeks ago. So yeah. So anyway, picked up the Fluence 85 this year, and then I started really getting into it, and just what some of the things, it was all organic. I had the Crossley. It just wasn't. I didn't appreciate the love. I wanted to upgrade, but it wasn't the right time. My office wasn't the right fit. I was doing a whole bunch of other shit. But then when I had the Crossley, had some records, some must-haves, right? And then I think how I'm figuring out is it's not because it's an expensive hobby. So from my childhood, when I'm buying and purchasing stuff that I, at least right now, grew up on, and that I either think is a great album or a classic, right? $30, $40 an album. You got to be selective, right? And I used to have a lot of CDs in the 90s, and so when I'm picking, like today, I picked up Ice Cube. I got this delivered, the Predator album, and how I look at it is like Ice Cube has the Predator, he has Death Certificate, he had America's Most, Kill at Will. That's his classic body of work. I'm not gonna get like the Don Mega Ice Cube albums, right? Like I'm gonna be selective right now, and so I think how I approach it is buying stuff that either I had on CD when I was as a young teen, going to the spot every Tuesday, or going to or getting just classic stuff or great albums that I feel or people in the hip hop community feel are classic. Then I expand, and this is for y'all to listen to. Like, this is what I do, but please expand. If you're a hip hop head, there's so much music out there. It's great jazz, it's great blues, it's great rock, and when you play it on a record player, it's amazing. And like I said, some rock I haven't opened, but some I have. But like this Nirvana Bleach album, I have not opened. Waiting to get my Nevermind album, and my In Utero album and my Unplugged album, and then I'm just gonna have like a Nirvana night, right? And so I'm actually gonna do that soon. So for my journey, I would say it was organic. I grew, um, got the Crossley, and it just wasn't it for me. Then I upgraded, and you don't have to upgrade, like I said, to a Fluence 85, but I upgraded to that. And then I started really getting into stuff that from my childhood, more memory stuff that just I know or I feel is real classic. That's gonna sound good on record. And then I started expanding. Of like I said, I have some of my Jamal. I have Lonnie Liston. I have Charles Mingus. I have Miles Davis. I have some John Cole. Johnny Coltrane. I have you know. Uh, I have some Marvin Gaye coming later this week, and so expanding your horizons will make your record digging and record collecting experience more fun than just sticking to one genre. Another thing too is just take care of your shit, man. I don't think when I had the Crossley, I took care of my shit. I didn't have them in a crate. I didn't have them in a shelf. I didn't take care of my stuff, and I think I'm gonna pay for that, as there's some records that I bought early on that if I knew what I knew now, I would take better care of. And so that's just on me. That's live and learn. So like I said, man, just to recap, be organic. Like don't rush out and buy the top of the line first. Like just know what you want or know what you don't want, and maybe have some failures along the way. And when you get into it, just expand your horizons, and kind of find your, it can be new music. It's classic music. It's classic music from all genres that I'm a fan of, and that like I said, jazz, rock, blues, hip hop, and R&B, like classic soul, R&B, funk, and so that's and then just take care of your stuff. Research. YouTube is your friend. Google is your friend. Research how to take care of your records, to clean them and stack them, and how and what not to do. Like this is an expensive hobby, and the last thing you want to do is have to buy two Roscoe Soul and Ice because your first one is messed up, right? That's me. And so all in all, that's my journey. I'm here today as a big fan of just you know the collecting aspect, the artwork, opening the book. When I rip the plastic, sometimes I don't do it right away. So I rip the plastic off after a month or maybe a year, and like, oh, I didn't know I had this, and I play it, for the evening, or a few days I have it on, and I have it on, and it's just the whole journey and the whole experience takes me back to when I was in the 90s and 2000s buying those CDs and looking at the books and reading the producers. It brings me back to that time, and there's a reason why records are outselling CDs. CDs are way long gone, but there's a reason why records are becoming the thing again, because it puts you, with everything being so streaming, or everything is so quick. It's great to have something physical that you can touch and you can look at and you can appreciate, and you can have his artwork. And so I think for me it's not a trend. This is I'm into beer, I'm into bourbon, I'm into reading. So I have a lot of hobbies, and this is most definitely a hobby that I'll keep on that I'm gonna keep on with. So follow me on Instagram, all things Chauncey, and like I said, like and subscribe. And at the end of the year, I will do a video. I have a small video or a small clip that I'll put in here that you can see some of my stuff. But at the end of the year, I will drop a video on just my whole collection and what it is, and so people can see and what those records mean to me. And so that will be a long video. This is a long video, but it is for the people who dig and love records. And please comment, tell me about your journey, how you started, where you are compared to where you were. Like I said, I started on a Crossley 5 years ago, and now I'm on a Fluence 85 with speakers, and it's a big difference. So until next time, you guys take care. Peace and love. 100. Salute. I'm out.